Hello everyone, it's Skyee here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we are going to be starting part 4 of our April color along. This is going to be the finishing part. I am so excited. If you haven't watched the first part, I highly recommend you go and do so. We've been working in Hanna Karlzon's Daydreams, and we have been working on this fly, wasp, bug, beetle, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. I think it's beetle or wasp. I'm not sure, honestly. This has been a long debate with myself since I started this page. Since before I even started this page, actually. But yeah, this is what we have so far. It is looking amazing. Today, all we're doing is adding a background. I don't expect it to take too long, but we'll see. I think I want to keep the background fairly simple. And I'm hoping it turns out because I don't do these types of backgrounds too often. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in. Alright, so we're going to start off in this top corner here. As always, I have a piece of paper in behind my page. We are going to be using the same colors that we used for our wasp. We might throw in a couple new colors, maybe some lighter ones, we'll see. For now, I'm going to dive in with the yellow ochre. I'm going to use the stencil that I have for circles. You can just freehand circles if you'd like, totally up to you. And I'm just going to create some different sized circles, just kind of around this area. Don't need a whole bunch of them, but just a few. Hoping this turns out okay. We shall see. I don't want to go too brown, I don't think, for now. Anyways, we're going to start off with the bronze. And I'm just going to use really light layers for now. So I'm just going to kind of lay the bronze in here. Totally out of my element here. Fade that out right around here. I faded it out about here. I'm going to fade it out here. Maybe a little bit will fade out here. Let's switch colors. We're going to switch to our yellow ochre. I think we are going to grab a little bit of a lighter color as well. And the yellow ochre, we're just going to pop that kind of in around this circle here. Bring that out a little bit. Yeah, I do think we need a lighter color than this. Let me just look quick here. I want something bright. Not super bright, but bright enough. I think we're going to go with the canary yellow. So I'm going to bring this in around this circle. I'm going to fade it out. I'm going to make sure that I'm kind of fading it out randomly. Like it might poke out farther in some areas. It might come back in some other areas. Like we can add a little bit of it in here. Just bring a little bit of the chocolate in here. Again, I'm going to sharpen. We want nice sharp pencils. So I do want to darken this area where I accidentally went in with the blue. I want to kind of get rid of that. We're going to chocolate that up quite a bit, fade it out. I want little bits of the chocolate here and there. I don't want it to be too prominent in here, but I want it a little bit. This is looking good so far. Okay, I'm a little bit worried, but it's looking okay. I'm going to be working through colors quite a bit. It's going to be quite annoying for you guys, probably. I apologize. Just fade this out here. Let's add a little bit of the canary yellow down in here. Let's switch to the artichoke. And again, let's sharpen this guy. Okay, so what I want to try doing in here, let's switch back to our canary yellow. Let's bring this out a little bit here, kind of coming down this way. Let's grab our chocolate, and I'm just going to kind of create my own little plant here. I'm going to attempt, we'll see how this goes. I don't know, it looks interesting. I'm going to run with it. Let's add a little bit of the artichoke in there. Happy with that. Let's go back to our canary yellow, and we're just going to fade out a little bit further with this. I like that. Let's try and do the same thing up here. So I'm just going to bring my canary yellow out a little bit farther here. Fade it out. Let's do artichoke for this one. So I'm just gonna create like a little bit of a stem here. We'll do that first. We'll do the stem first. We'll add some little branches coming off and then some little circles. Okay, and then let's go in with our chocolate. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna kind of off-center it a little bit. We're gonna come out a little bit more this way. And do the same thing. I'm gonna stick to that shape that I did. Put that there. Beautiful. Okay, liking this. I figure we have a whole hour to play around, and I want to do something that we haven't done on the channel before. So, and by what I mean by that is also I have never done this before. So it's all up to fate, guys. I've always said since starting this channel, you guys inspire me to try things that I've never tried. So here we are again. Okay, let's add some of the canary yellow in here. I do want to add some deeper colors though, so let's go in with our chocolate. I'm gonna add a little bit of chocolate here, maybe a little bit up here, and kind of fade that in a little bit. Maybe a little bit up here, kind of coming along underneath this leaf. I like that. We want to have like a fair amount of like different colors in here. Same with the artichoke. Add some of that in there. I apologize if I'm going too fast. I'm trying to not overthink it because I know if I overthink it, it's not going to go well. I feel like this is one of those things where you just kind of have to wing it. You got to go with it. It just is what it is. If I am going too fast, as much as it would kind of mess with the voice and make me sound like a robot, on your screen, if you click like the little gear, I believe for settings, let me see here. I'm just going to show you here because not everybody knows that you can do this. So I'm just going to pick a random video here. Okay, so on videos, this little cog here, this gear thing, if we click that, it'll bring you in here. You can change the quality. A lot of the time, YouTube automatically sets quality for you. If you go into an advanced, you can pick whichever one you want. The 1080p is usually always the best. Anyways, playback speed. Everything above normal will turn it slower. So you can try to turn it slower if I'm going too quick. And then same thing, if you want a video sped up, you can always go faster. So everything above is slower, everything below that is faster. So if I am going too fast, you can always slow it down instead of like constantly having to like rewind or anything like that. Hopefully that helps. I'm actually going to take a piece of paper and just kind of put it over here because I feel like I'm smudging colors and I don't want to do that. Okay, so canary yellow, I'm going to go up here. Add a little bit of the chocolate, maybe in here, maybe a little bit just kind of around this leaf. Let's put in some of the yellow ochre. Don't want to put in too many colors up here. Oh, this is looking beautiful. I'm so excited to see this finished. I'm just gonna kind of bring the yellow out a little bit here, and I'm going to make just like some little shapes coming out from it. So basically the shape that I'm making is kind of like this. I'm basically trying to imitate these things here. Just gonna go in with the artichoke. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this in there as well. Remember when I said that our background wouldn't take too long? I take it back. Background is probably gonna take a little bit now that I've decided to actually attempt this. It's been a background that I've been wanting to try for a while, but I've been too scared, so. Trying to make sure my leaves are just slightly off from where I've put the canary yellow, just so you can kind of see both coming through. And I'm just going to fade this out a little bit around there, make it kind of look like it's glowing almost. Since this circle, we put it in with the yellow ochre and it's kind of showing up a little bit too much of a circle. I want it to kind of blend out from it. I'm going to go in with, this is not the yellow ochre, sorry, I'm going to go in with the artichoke. Just kind of darken up around this circle just a little bit, just kind of around the bottom anyways. Fade that out. Okay, that looks better. Okay, let's continue our way down here in with the canary yellow. I think I'm liking kind of basing everything with the canary yellow and then going in and adding more colors as we go. All right, let's go in with our chocolate. We'll add some more of this. I'm gonna add a little bit right here. A little bit here and here maybe. In with the yellow ochre. I'm gonna go all around this orb with the yellow ochre and then fade it out a little bit here. We'll add a little bit more up here. Add a little bit of the bronze in here. And then our canary yellow is going to be the color that kind of ties everything all together. So we definitely want to keep adding a fair bit of that. What are we thinking? I like this. I do feel like I need to soften these up a little bit. They just need to be better. Let's go back in with our artichoke. Just want to lightly blend out from these a little bit more. Make them look a little bit softer. Super pretty. Add a little more of the artichoke down here. Okay, so now that we have a general idea of what we're doing, let's move this up a bit. We'll keep working our way down. I'm gonna go in with the canary yellow to do my little circle drawings. Let's add like a big one here. Again, you can draw these by hand. You do not have to use anything fancy. I just bought this thing forever ago and I've never used it, so this is giving me an excuse to. Don't want to do too many circles, but let's do like a half one here. I'm just picking random places. I'm not really overthinking it at all. Okay, I think that's good for now. So we're going to stay with our canary yellow. I've got a circle here, so I'm going to kind of outline that. Just going to base everything with the canary yellow. Kind of as we've been doing, we're just going to keep working our way down. Okay, I feel like this is a good enough area to work with for now. Don't want to go too far because I still don't really know what I'm doing. We are literally just winging it. Let's go in with our chocolate. We'll start blushing this in some areas. Maybe a little bit here. Sorry, miss. Still not a lot up here. Okay, we can always add more. Okay, in with the bronze. So we can always add like Say we wanted like another little circle here, we can always like just add like little circles with these as well. Don't really have very many spaces I would want to add this to yet. Maybe like a little tiny one here. They look cute. I mean, realistically, we could add those pretty much anywhere. Okay, I like how this is looking so far. I'm going to create like a little plant here. Can't really see it very well, but it's there. And I feel like it's okay to have ones that we can't see because it's like an illusion. It's not actually really there. Let's add some yellow ochre. I am constantly double checking the pencils as I pick them up. For once. Doesn't happen often, but it does sometimes. Got a circle here. I'm just going to be mindful of that as I color around it. Let's come in with some artichoke. I'm gonna fade this one out a little bit. I don't want it to be always the canary yellow kind of fading out. Do you want some other colors as well? It's gotta be the lighter colors though, but for example here we could have the artichoke kind of fading out from this area. I'm gonna create a line, kind of making an illusion of a shadow just for like the long stem here. Adds a little bit of extra interest. Don't want to overcomplicate this area. And nothing needs to be like fully burnished or anything like that, so let's go back in with our canary yellow. We'll add a little bit to here. I'm gonna shade the bottom of this with the, let's do the artichoke. Just gonna make sure we're still recording because my phone made a weird sound. Okay, I think we're okay. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna go back in with our canary yellow just to soften this a little bit. Look at how pretty this is. Loving how this is looking. Okay, let's keep working our way down. So we've got a circle here. Don't want to color those, we want to leave those white. You can't see this, I did move my book, right? Let's move it a little bit more just to be safe. I want to add some more like little shadows of plants in here, but I don't really know how far I want to bring it out. Okay, let's go in with the chocolate. I think I want to darken up around here maybe. So that'll kind of help make the wings stand out a little bit more. Let's create a shadow here. Just like that, I think. We'll keep it nice and simple there. So I'm gonna go back in with the canary yellow, and I think I'm gonna bring this out a little bit here. At least to about there. And then with the chocolate, I'm gonna create one of these going this way. Just like that. I'm gonna make this one really defined. And then let's go in with the bronze, kind of bring this out from these ones. Just gonna fade this out. I'm also gonna create another one kind of coming over here. Just like the shadow of this one almost. I like that. Okay, let's add a little bit of the bronze up here. Maybe a little bit here. Okay, yellow ochre. This color kind of adds that gold look to this that I'm really enjoying. Let's darken up this circle a little bit. We'll outline this with the yellow ochre. Bring out this top one with the yellow ochre as well, I think, too. So just kind of blending that all around this one. Artichoke is next. Let's just place this in some random areas. Okay, I am loving how this is looking. It's probably like the most amount of effort I've ever put into a background. I don't do them very often. But for you guys, I'll do almost anything. I do think that this needs to come down here a little bit more. We need to add some of these different looking ones down here. To start with the artichoke. Okay, I don't know if there's like a little circle here, but it looks kind of like it's a little bit more white there. So I'm gonna kind of play off of that. Yeah, let's keep our canary yellow. Let's Make it a little bit darker around these with the canary yellow. I'm going to keep this as a circle, so I'm just going to kind of create a circle out of that if there wasn't one there already. I'm not too sure. The circles are a little bit lighter, so it's hard to say. I like that. Okay, now let's keep going in with the canary yellow. Okay, I think a lot of these look good. Actually, let's grab the chocolate. I'm just gonna create kind of like these little Miss Me Ghost stuff. These little shadow bits kind of coming out from underneath here. Gives it a little bit of extra interest, and then we're gonna create some little dots. Oops. Maybe one up here. Okay, I'm liking that. Just get rid of this book so I can push this up. Let's see where we're at for time. I gotta pick up my kiddo soon. I don't want to stop though. Okay, let's do our circles first before I forget. Okay, let's plan here. I want to make like another one of these kind of coming out this way. And then I kind of want to like outline this. So let's maybe do a smaller dot, kind of half hidden by this leaf maybe. Let's put a dot right here. Come out a little bit farther over here, so we'll put one there. Maybe one kind of hidden from this leaf. Let's do a small one up here. And then maybe a bigger one here with a small one there. I think that looks okay. All right, let's keep basing and carrying on. I don't know exactly how far I'm bringing these out yet, so I'm gonna bring them out far enough to kind of cover the dots. And then we can build up from there if we need. Okay, like that. Let's go in with our chocolate because that seems to be the routine here. We don't need too much of the chocolate, but just enough to like create some shadows and stuff. So we said that we wanted to have like shadows here, so let's do that. like the line going this way. Cutting through there just because that looks a little bit more interesting. Let's darken up this area here. Let's kind of create a little bit of a shadow from this leaf maybe. Super cool. It's interesting how just like adding these like random little shapes and stuff ends up looking like so amazing. Because I wouldn't really call this difficult. It's more just time consuming. So like I said, I have never done this before. I am not looking at a reference picture or anything. I'm just kind of winging it, and it's looking pretty good in my opinion. Hopefully you guys agree. We don't really have like a whole lot of room to play around with down here, I feel. So I don't really want to go too crazy with this. We can always add more. Okay, let's stop there while I'm unsure. Let's go in with the bronze. Just bring a little bit up here, maybe feather a little bit out from our shadow here so it doesn't seem as harsh. Yeah. Yeah, that's the key, is softening these up. Creating that kind of like blurred effect almost. Okay, so we said we wanted one of these going this way. I think I want to make that one a little bit darker. Let's go in with the chocolate for this one. I'm just going to do this carefully, so I'm just going to bring it maybe off of this edge here. So maybe kind of like that. So then we can use our bronze to soften this up. Let's do our yellow ochre, which I think is what we're going to put in around this one to just make it appear a little bit darker. Let's make this circle a little bit darker, so we're going to go over that with the yellow ochre. Create a line here. Plan is to kind of make it kind of like match here. So this kind of doubles as shadowing this one, but it also looks like this kind of comes off of this one as well. Intentional? No, just kind of lucked out that way, honestly. Let's go in a little bit more with our canary yellow. Looks like we have a circle here. I don't know if there actually is, but I'm going to leave that. I feel bad because I want to show you guys how to do this, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to be hard to follow, but I don't know how to make it easier to follow. It really is just random, so. Definitely need some artichoke in here. We're definitely missing that. I actually want to come out from here with the artichoke. I want to go over this circle and kind of bring that out. I think we need some more color down here. Don't really know what to bring down here though. Maybe the yellow ochre. Let's add some of that, maybe like underneath this leaf here to kind of break this up a little bit. And then maybe a little bit more coming out from here. Okay, I like that. Let's bring in our chocolate. I'm gonna add some dots in here. There we go. Yeah, I think that's what it was missing. Just looked a little bit too bland. Let's add a little bit of chocolate to this. Maybe a little bit coming out of the corner. Let's maybe do this circle in chocolate. We haven't done that. Just going to do it really lightly though, and then go over it with another color because I don't want it to be too dark. And then we'll just create another circle here and maybe one back here. And maybe let's use the artichoke over top of that. There we go, that works because we can fade out from that nicely. Let's go back over that with the canary yellow just to give it that golden tone. Okay, that looks good. Let's come up to here, we'll add our dots. I'm gonna do one right there. Maybe do like a big one there. Let's do like a smaller one, kind of half hidden by the leaf there. One there. I think that's good enough. Let's color block all of our white space. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to have to leave it for now. I'll have to pick up my kiddo and finish this when I get back. All right, I am back and excited to continue, although I need a drink of water. All right. So let's start with our chocolate. Let's add a little bit of a shadow to that one there. Add some shadows under this one, maybe. Don't want to go too wild with the chocolates. Kind of like I've only been gone for like an hour and a half, maybe 2, and I'm already like not sure again. I was in a groove and then I lost it. I gotta find it again. I like pairing either the artichoke or the what's the other one? The yellow ochre with the chocolate. Let's make this circle a little bit darker around here. Make this one a little bit darker too, maybe. Liking how that's going. Let's add a little bit of the bronze here. I don't think I want too much of this. I'm just gonna throw in like a couple kind of random areas here. I feel like the bronze and the artichoke are very similar, so I'm like not really sure which ones I actually need. Okay, I think that's good there. Let's go in with the yellow ochre. Definitely need some of that in here. This color just kind of brings things to life. Okay, liking that. I don't know if there's supposed to be a dot here, but if there isn't, I'm keeping this one anyways. I think sometimes when coloring, I kind of just create random dots. Pretty sure anyways, don't know for sure. Hard to say. Where did I say that was now? See, I don't even know. Oh no, was it right here? Maybe? Not sure. Just gonna carry on. Let's maybe bring this one up just a little bit in here. Because again, we don't want the deco, or not deco yellow, the canary yellow to be the only one kind of fading out in these areas. That looks good. Let's come back in with our canary yellow. Apologies if you can hear my phone, as always. Okay, I feel like this area is, hold on. Just silence that. I kind of would actually like to see, it's going with the artichoke. Let's make another one of those things kind of coming off here. I'm gonna make this one a little bit darker. So we're gonna come in with the chocolate and then just gonna bring this kind of like off center, but relatively kind of mimic that shape that we made there. I hope you guys aren't like put off by the kind of like drawing bit of this, I guess. Hopefully it's easy enough to follow. It's pretty basic shapes. Hopefully it's not too bad. I apologize if it's overwhelming or if you feel like you can't do this. I feel like everybody can, but actually doing it is a whole nother story. So I understand feeling overwhelmed, but I definitely think you should try, even if just like on a different piece of paper. There. Those are pretty. I like that. It kind of balances it a little bit from this side. Do we need another one though? I don't think so. I think we're gonna leave it like that maybe. I think we do need another one. Just go in with the yellow ochre. We're just gonna make like a smaller one maybe right here. There we go, I like that. Then let's go in with our bronze. And we're gonna put one kind of on top, overlapping it at an angle right here. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to go in with the yellow ochre, kind of around this to dull it out a little bit. And then a little bit of the canary yellow to fade it out a little bit more. Okay, yeah, definitely like having that second one in there. I think now with having that there, I actually want to try and kind of create another one of these kind of here. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as the rough shape is there. Okay, that looks good. Then with the chocolate, let's go in and add some dots. Maybe one up here, just a little bit lighter. Maybe one here. And let's do one right here. Okay, cute, like that. We're almost done. I'm excited. Okay, let's, do we have the rest of it in frame here actually? Yeah, that should be good. Let's get this finished. So let's pick out where our circles are gonna be. I'm gonna do one kind of right here. Let's see, I'm gonna do a small one right there. Let's do one here. Maybe one coming out of the leaf here. And then let's do one maybe right there. Okay, I think that should probably be okay. So let's come in and base with our canary yellow. This is probably something that I probably should have tried like on my own before bringing you guys into it, because I feel like I can explain what I'm doing a little bit better now. So I think the base is kind of like your guideline. It gives you a general idea of where you're going to leave your color off and like fade it out. It also gives you something to kind of build up on. I'm not quite sure how far I want to bring this out, so I think I'm going to leave it there. Let's go in with our chocolate. I was kind of playing around with the idea of having like one of those branches kind of coming off this way, but since we don't have any coming in on the center, Like we have some of these little like berry things, but more of like shadows of those. We don't have like actual ones that we've drawn in that are kind of like standalone ones. So I think what I'm gonna do instead, I am actually gonna bring in my canary yellow back a little bit here. I'm gonna bring my color out a little bit farther here. I'm just gonna add some more at the top to kind of make that match. And then with the chocolate, we're gonna create a little bit of a shadow here. I'm not gonna bring it out as far though. We're gonna keep the shadow kind of tucked back a little bit. And we're just gonna keep it on the one side. So literally just like that, not a whole lot to it. This circle here, we're gonna make darker. I'm gonna make one right here. Trying my best to stay away from the circle here so I can kind of keep both. If I have to lose the circle, I'm okay with that. Let's add a little bit of the chocolate down here too, actually. Okay, I think that looks good there. Let's go in with our bronze. I'm gonna create a couple of these, well, at least one. Okay, 3. I'm gonna make 3 of those. Okay, happy with that. Let's go in with our yellow ochre. I'm just kind of back to winging it again. This is so pretty though. Oh my goodness. I am a little bit obsessed with this, not gonna lie. This is definitely going in the top 5 things that I've colored this year, and it's still early. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. This is hugely, hugely out of my comfort zone here. And it's paying off, so I'm glad. It doesn't always, but even if it doesn't, it's still a learning experience, so. I knew that I wanted to kind of do a background kind of fading, but I didn't think I was gonna like add the dots or like the extra little details, like making these little shadowy bits. Don't know what they're called, what you would call those, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's use the artichoke on this one to just kind of yellow this up a bit, but we're gonna go over this one with the canary yellow. Let's darken this circle up. Okay, so I'm at a point where I don't really know what I want to do for colors. So at that point, I'm going to come in with the canary yellow because that seems to kind of help. So we'll just start fading out these areas that are done. I'll flip this paper around because I think this is like a piece of paper bent in half. And I think having the bend underneath this is kind of causing it to, I don't know, make like a weird layer of paper. I don't really know how to say what I'm trying to, but it was awkward. Awkward to try and color on, anyways. Okay, like that. I don't know if that was supposed to be a circle there, but I colored it. And this is turning into a circle here. Don't think I had one there, but I'm going to keep that. Let's have some of this actually coming up and like touching the wing. Yeah, that's better. It's kind of more random that way. I've got this random kind of effect going there. I want to continue with it, otherwise it looks kind of strange. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I just want to bring in the chocolate. I want to make like a smaller one of these right here and a little bit darker. And then with the canary yellow, I'm just going to fade that out a little bit more too, kind of blend that better. Okay, I like that. Also with the chocolate, let's just kind of create like little shadows along these things. We'll do that for both. Bring this one back out a little bit. This one. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and then let's just add some little circles. Hopefully this part won't be too long. I'm just like, oh yeah, the background will be super quick. We probably won't even need the whole time, and then bam, I'm gonna take extra time. It's worth it though, it really is. Anywhere else? Let's do one kind of right here. And maybe one right here. I think it's done. I can't see any area where I want to add more. I do want to just kind of blend this circle out a little bit here though, because it's just a little bit harsh. I used the canary yellow to do that. Yeah, I think that's it for the background. So we should actually, ooh, my voice went all funny. Air bubble there. We should actually be just at like an hour and a half, if my math is right. I don't see anything that needs work. I think this looks good. I'll have to stare at it for a little bit, but I don't want to end up adding too much. I think it's okay. Let's test this out. I'm just gonna grab some clear nail polish. Okay, so this is like a Miracle Gel top coat. I'm just gonna try it with this and see what happens. So I can go over it with no problem. It didn't fade the white at all. I wonder if it's safe to use in a coloring book though. It didn't go through this paper, and this paper is really thin. I think it's okay to use. I don't usually like using stuff like this because not everybody has it, but like I said, I want to make the wings that give them a little bit of an effect without messing up the white that we have. So that's where this comes in. And this stuff is relatively cheap. I got it at Walmart. I'm gonna grab a Q-tip just in case I go over, because I did a little bit here. Okay, so what I'm learning is make sure you start in the same direction and continue in the same direction, because it kind of dried on me a little bit. The stuff dries really fast, or like the paper's eating it up. I'm not sure which. I'm hoping it's just drying really fast. I'm using my light to kind of see where I've put it and where it still needs to go. So the daylight is kind of making it shiny, so I'm using that to kind of show me where I've already put it. Yeah, I think this stuff was like $10 Canadian at Walmart, so everywhere else it would probably be cheaper. I think, or at least I hope I got all of it. I'm just gonna pick this up and shine it to see. Okay, I did miss a little bit here. An attempt to fix it. We will see how this goes. Okay, I think that's good. So from there, I think with this over top of the Posca, you would probably be able to put down anything over top. I don't know whether it would stay or not, though, honestly. I would have to test that out, but obviously not on this page because I love this page. It looks really interesting, but it's still wet. I don't think it'll dry like that, unfortunately. We could have also just very carefully put stickles down, but it would have had to be extremely careful to make sure that we didn't disturb the Posca. I mean, I guess we could have done that and then put the Posca back over top, but I just really didn't want to wreck it. So we're just gonna wait for this to dry. Okay, so I did do a couple of things thinking that I was recording. Thankfully they weren't two huge things. I was not recording. We had a large circle here and then a circle here. I just didn't like how that looked, so I got rid of this circle here. I went through with the chocolate and did like a shadow underneath here like we did on the ones over on this side. So I did that, and then I just kind of shaded it in with the artichoke, filled in the circle with the canary yellow, and then just kind of kept rotating through those colors. Just to cover up that circle. And then the only other thing I did was I took my canary yellow and I went and kind of faded out some of the circles. So I just kind of like colored just a little bit past the line and kind of faded it in so they didn't look so harsh. Yeah. The nail polish did not work out the best. So this is how it turned out. It is kind of shiny, but it's uneven. It did not work the greatest, unfortunately. It's not bad. I'm okay if I have to leave it like this. I'm going to try to go over it with, I'm going to take some clear stickles. I'm going to put a little bit on there because I'm going to use a Q-tip to kind of move it around and see. Stickles should dry onto anything, so having the nail polish on here shouldn't be a big deal. like that. Let's do it. Does this one have a name? No, this is a Canadian one. The Canadian ones unfortunately don't have names. It's got really pretty sparkles in it. I'll show you as soon as I'm done here. The nice thing about having the nail polish on here is I can like move the glitter around as much as I want, because I don't want like a whole bunch of glitter. I want it like just really sparsely over the wings. And the nail polish is giving me that ability to do that. So I'm just kind of dabbing the glitter around and moving it wherever I want it. Trying to avoid big clumps of it though. I think that's good. Just gonna try and make sure that I've got some like around all the edges, because one of the big things with stickles is I miss around an edge or two and then it just kind of looks weird because there's no glitter there. I think I got all of them though. Gonna get as close to the edges as we can. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's probably the only place I would add glitter. I do like the effect of the wings, and I don't regret putting the top coat on, because I feel like if I would have tried to put stickles on without putting the top coat on first, it probably would have wrecked the Posca, and I wanted to preserve that. So I know top coat is not something that everybody's going to have around their homes, so I do apologize about that. I like to try and use supplies that I know everybody has, but unfortunately it doesn't always work out that way. I think the last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab my chocolate quick here. And I'm just going to bring this one back out a little bit. There we go. Just kind of looking at it, and it looked very neatly placed, but just couldn't really see it. And I think with that, I think he's done. This is gorgeous. I'm so happy with this page. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I hope you've enjoyed this color along. If you guys did follow along with me, I would love to see your guys' completed pages. If you post them on Instagram, if you could please use the hashtag #DreamInColorAlong, that would be wonderful. That's the tag that I use for all of mine, so you can see everything that was done as a color along there. It's the one specific tag I use for anything that I've done on the channel, versus my own, like coloring on my personal time. So that would be awesome. You could also send me your pictures or tag me in them. I am on Facebook and Instagram. My email is also on the channel. So if you are not one for social media and want to share your pictures with me, you can even email me. That would be great. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And that is a wrap for April's color along, and I'm super excited to come back with May's color along, which will hopefully be just as exciting. Yeah, I think that's it. As always, guys, take care, and hopefully I'll see you next time. All right, guys, bye.